Hey, all my Kevin Trudeau friends. Oh my gosh, this is Jason Sant. I'm so excited to talk to you guys. I hope you're all doing well. I want to focus in this message on dream building, and I want to talk about how you choose your dream and actually give you a very practical exercise that you can go through if you're having trouble really deciding on one chief aim. And I've been talking to Kevin a lot very recently, this week in fact, about this particular process and how important it is to focus in on one chief aim. So many times in our lives we are scattered. We scatter our energy between, that there's this whole myth of multitasking and so forth, that we divide our energy among so many things that we end up not being focused and not accomplishing much. And this has to do also with our dreams and our thoughts and what we think about, because we literally become what we think about most of the time. So if our thoughts are scattered and they're not concentrated, we're not moving in a specific direction. So I want to share a few quotes and then give you a very powerful, we'll actually do a practice that you can do right now to help you define clearly a dream that you can, what it is that resonates with you. First of all, I want to share with you guys a few quotes about the importance of focus. Napoleon Hill said to concentrate all of your efforts on one definite chief aim. Abraham Lincoln said this. He said that you can have anything you want if you want it bad enough. You can be anything you want to be. Do anything you set out to accomplish if you hold to that desire with singleness of purpose. That was Abraham Lincoln that said that. And Earl Nightingale, one of my favorite quotes, he says that we become what we think about most of the time. And you guys, I think, have heard what Einstein said about energy and frequency. Because our brains we're always putting out a frequency and a vibration with what our thoughts. They're incredibly powerful, and Einstein said that everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality that you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy, this is physics. Okay, so it's so important what we're putting out, with what we're thinking about, what we're focusing on, the thoughts that we think. And in relation to our dreams and dream building, how this applies is, how do we find what really resonates with us? So how do you discover your dream? In fact, I talk to a lot of people about dream building, and I find that most people, when you ask them, what is your ultimate dream? What would just make your heart sing? I mean, they kind of look at me like, I don't know, paying the bills, or I think a lot of times we don't really think this through. So I want to give you this specific practice that I've found to be very, very helpful. So here's the practice, and then I'll explain why it's done this way after I do this. But I want you to actually do the practice. So I'm going to tell you where to pause the video and actually do it. So grab a piece of paper, and actually, yes, this needs to be paper. Get it like a pen and paper, because there's magic that happens when you write stuff down. So if you need to pause this video, pause it, grab a pen and paper, and this will take about 10 minutes, but I promise you it's going to blow your mind how powerful this is. Okay, so you got your pen and paper with you. The question that I want you to ask yourself is this. Imagine that you have all the money that you could ever desire. Okay, and some of you are saying, well, I can desire a lot of money. Okay, that's fine. Or some of you are saying, well, I only just need to have my bills paid and I'm happy. That's fine too. But just imagine that money was never an object anymore. Okay, you could have whatever you want. And also, the second thing, in addition to having all the money that you could want, imagine that your success is guaranteed, that you could choose to do anything and your success is guaranteed, absolutely guaranteed. Okay, with those two things in mind, all the money that you could ever desire and that your success is guaranteed, I want you to ask yourself this question. What do you want? What would you want to do? What would you want? Who would you want to be? What would you want to do? Or what would you want to have? Okay, now some of you are going to be thinking about relationships. I would want to have a great relationship with my kids or my spouse. Some of you are thinking, I would want to have this specific car. I'd want to finally be able to buy this dream home, or maybe finally be able to buy a starter home, or I would want to travel the world. I would want to find my companion, find the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with. I would want to find love. I would want to I would want to have enough passive income, or that I could take care of my family. I would want gosh, there's just so many things. I would want a yacht. I would want to have, a private jet, be able to fly on a private jet all over the world. It can be anything. There's no wrong dream. There's no bad dream. So the question is, just state it again, if you had all the money that you would ever need and the success were guaranteed, those two things, what would you want? So go ahead and pause the video, and I want you to write down as many things that come to mind. Do this for 10 minutes and just free flow it. Don't inhibit anything. Whatever comes to mind, there's no wrong answer. Pause the video, do this for 10 minutes, and then come back. Okay, so I'm assuming that you did this. If you haven't done it, go back and do it, because that's critical for this next part. The next part is, next to each thing that you want, or relationship or situation, I want you to rate it from a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being that you absolutely know that you can and believe that you can have it, and 1 being like, that seems like, there's no way, there's no way that I could have that yacht. It's like a dream, it's like out there, but I don't really believe that I can have that. So I want you to go ahead and pause the video and take a few minutes. 10 being you absolutely know. So the things that you really, really believe that you can do, or that you could have, that you could be, the kind of person you want to be. It could be, all these different things. 8, 9, or 10, it needs to be high on that list. If you really, really look at it and say, I really don't get it, I don't believe it, then score it low. So go ahead and pause it and do that thing, and then come back. Okay, so I'm assuming that you did that. If you haven't done it, go back, pause the video, and do it. Okay, the reason that you do this exercise is this. Our brain puts out a frequency and intention when we are focused intently on our dream. But if we don't truly believe that we can achieve that dream, then we're putting out a counter intention. And that counter intention will cancel out, it's canceling out what is being attracted to us. So what you want to do on this list, and because of that, you won't get what you want. If you don't believe and see yourself, truly see yourself getting that dream or living that dream, if you can't believe that, the counter intention there will kill it. And that's why you haven't gotten those things in the past. If you've ever wondered why you've done some dream building, but it didn't work, it didn't manifest, it's because you have some fear or some unbelief related to actually manifesting that, and it's that counter intention that's killing it. So look at that list now, and what I recommend highly that you do is pick something on that list that really, really resonates with you. It's going to feel like in your gut, it's going to feel right, like, this is so good, and that is rated an 8, 9, or 10, something that you absolutely believe that you can achieve. And then focus on that dream until it manifests. There's a whole slew of processes that, sexual transmutation, all sorts of different amazing things you can do to augment the law of attraction and actually pulling it towards you. And because what you wants you. As you believe and you start focusing on it, you're going to see heaven and earth. Heaven and earth will move, and you literally can be, do, and have anything in record time, as long as you're matching the frequency and you believe that you can have it. And that's one of the biggest and most powerful lessons that I've learned spending my time with Kevin is that You know, it's this, it is this, it is in our head. It is 99% our thinking and how we view things. So I just want you guys to know how much I love you. I hope this practice was helpful. I recommend you do this often. I actually do this often to refine my dreams. So I'll do this, you know, whenever I feel like I need some refinement, I'll do this. But I've used this process to absolutely identify my chief dream and aim, and I dream build it all the time. And I get out of bed in the morning just like so freaking excited. I go to bed at night thinking about it, and that's the thing, thinking about it most of the time. That means that it really becomes in your DNA. It's what you think about most of the time. That's what we become over time. So once you have this secret and you start applying this, you guys, it's magical. You will attract the people, the circumstances, everything that you need to achieve your dream. Each of you are divine. You have greatness in you. You are meant to do amazing, amazing things and love and serve humanity, and just you have such incredible potential and purpose inside you, but you have to unlock it. You have to tap into, find those things that resonate inside you and that you can believe that you can do. Now there's a whole slew of steps to help you increase your belief, but don't worry about that right now. You want to have wins. You want to be able to do something and focus on it and see it manifest, and then we can move up. It's like, you know, when they take an MMA fighter or a boxer, a good manager, what they do is they take them to matches that they know they're going to win. And you'll notice that they'll rack up 10, 15 wins before they'll actually take them on a really, really significant challenge, because it builds your confidence. So do this process, pick something that resonates with you and you believe you can achieve, and really, really focus on it, dream build it every day, and you'll see results, and that'll build your confidence. I love you guys so much. Have a great, great day.